Hello, everyone. Not sure if anyone's here yet. Still struggling to understand the chat and everything. I hope everyone's doing okay. Just going to clean up my altar while I wait for people to come in. I've been doing a lot of magic lately. It's the harvest moon, and I'm trying to get some spell work done. Remember, I don't do any bad spell work. I am a white witch. I do not practice black magic. I practice a form of folk magic, which is not evil. It has nothing to do with the devil. So I get a lot of hate comments about me worshiping the devil. Do not worship the devil. This is an old folk magic about fertility. So if anybody needs fertility work, we use this in fertility magic. If you look at it, it's a perfect time to do it for the harvest moon. This is the time for fertility. The harvest moon is bringing in the harvest, bringing in all that hard work that we've done. So it's a great time for fertility work. All right, so let me just clean up my altar. It's a mess. Magic is very messy, unfortunately. It's very messy. Okay, just bear with me for a minute. So I wanted to go over Suzanne Morphew's astrology. I am not, when I first did Suzanne's astrology, I wasn't really good. I was just really starting out and starting to learn how to do it, and I probably shouldn't have even done a video at that point in my life with astrology, but I did it. So I wanted to go back over Suzanne Morphew's chart. I do remember a few things about her chart. Is that the astrology was showing that she probably passed away the night before. That she passed away in the evening the night before, if I'm looking at everything correctly. These beautiful peppers, aren't they gorgeous? This is to spice it up, spice up the bedroom. Okay, I'm working on this for tomorrow's full moon, so all you baby witches should be getting ready for the full moon. This is a big deal. This is the moon, okay? This is the moon. So I wanted to look at Suzanne Morphew's astrology, and I wanted to go over, you know, everything else, basically. Yes, these are runes. I work with runes here. You guys know I do rune readings. The runes are not evil. White racists have made them evil, unfortunately. They've always taken advantage of our runes, thanks to Hitler and Himmler. Hitler was a dork, and so was Himmler. And they wanted to use the runes for power. And yes, they are very powerful, but not one definition of the runes means to sacrifice children. So I just want to make that very clear. The runes are not evil. Bad people make them evil. This pentagram is not evil. People make it evil. Just like you can take a Christian cross and you reverse it, it has a whole other meaning. It mocks God. Well, people that do bad things with our pentagram, they reverse it and they do bad things, okay? But not all witches do that. So it's a beautiful, the devil has nothing to do with witchcraft. It's older than the devil. Pagans believed in bad fairies, not demons. Woodland creatures that would come and wreak havoc on your life. They didn't believe in the devil. When Christians came along and said pagans were devil worshippers, they literally were like, who the hell is the devil? They didn't even know who the devil was. It's older than the devil. Older than demons. Older than all that. So I just want to make that clear. None of the rune's definitions say to sacrifice children. They'll say sacrifice hard work, things like that. No matter how you put the runes together, they don't say sacrifice children. Now that doesn't mean that a cult, possibly could be responsible, but no matter what, it all goes back to Richard Allen. He's the one that confessed to killing the girls. The white racists have made Odinism evil, but Odinism itself is not evil. They just make it bad. It's very sad. Odin is not a bad guy. He gets a bad rap. He's a warrior Viking. He's a Viking. And he would think it would be cowardice to murder 2 young, beautiful girls. Absolutely cowardice. Vikings fought men with swords and axes. They didn't go over and kill and sacrifice 2 little girls. They human trafficked little girls. They human trafficked women and children. When a Viking came and knocked on your door, they weren't nice about it. They killed the men, and they literally got rid of the, human trafficked the women and children. There's many ancient stories of Vikings doing human trafficking. Actually, they were the biggest human traffickers in the world, way before the slave trade. So, okay, let me see if I can get on here and find you guys. I don't even know if I even have anyone out here. Okay, see if I can find my channel. Where am I? Where am I? I hope everybody is having a good day, though. I really do. Oh, yeah, you guys are here. Hello, everyone. I just saw the chat now. Hello. So are you guys able to see if I put the cards here? I hope so. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're going to do some personal readings today too, guys, if you want me to. And, hey, Marlene. Hi, Brooke. I'm so happy you guys are here. Hi, Orange Jesus. Oh, hi. You're going to share my live. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. I didn't know you guys were going to share my live. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, basically, let's take a look at her astrology. Let's see what we can find, guys. And then we'll pull some tarot cards on Suzanne Morphew as well. So, can you guys even see me? I hope so. So you guys know I don't have a laptop. My laptop broke. My tablet broke because a dog stepped on it. So I'm literally using I'm recording with this old cell phone, and I am using an even older cell phone to talk to you guys and pull up the chart. So this is going to be interesting. But as you guys know, I am still learning criminal astrology. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I am self-taught. I am not a professional criminal astrologer. Okay, there are plenty of people like Kirsty McIntosh that are professionals. So, and went to school for this stuff. I did not go to school for this. I am self-taught. So let's just see the charts that I did pull up a while ago. See if I even still have access to them. So I do remember that when we did her astrology, the night before, I can't even tell what time this chart is. So the night that she was reported, the day that she was reported missing, and that whole bicycle story, I think it's a lie because it's connected to Neptune. I'm questioning if that was even her on the bike. I think it was his girlfriend on the bike pretending to be her, probably. I can tell you that here, Pluto shows up in the first house the night before, which means that there was an uproar and a humongous fight in that house. And that she herself felt helpless, hopeless. She felt stuck. There's Saturn there, so that means that there was possibly an attack to her body, herself, because remember the first house rules self. And we have Jupiter sitting there, and for a female, Jupiter usually represents your spouse. Okay, if you're female, Jupiter can be your husband. So I believe that Suzanne was probably killed the night before, if I'm being completely honest. Bless her little heart. God, she's such a beautiful angel. I wish I looked that good. I mean, I'm 50, and my goodness, she's a beautiful lady. She took good care of herself. So this is where the Sasquatch County, Colorado, and Moffett. So there's Moffett, right in here. And I am curious if there were mountains around her, or if she was found in a hilly area. So the fourth house is in the womb and in the tomb. And we have the sun show. Oops, sorry guys, I just knocked you over. Are you guys okay? Did I knock you guys out? I'm sorry. I hope you guys are okay. I know, she was a beautiful lady. Hi Ziggy, thanks for being here guys. I really appreciate it. I was nervous that nobody would show up. I just want everyone to know that there's a lot of drama going on in YouTube land right now. And now that I see Ziggy here, I just want to show you guys that I love Ziggy and I love Tara from Spirit Whisperers. And I know that both of my girls are getting a lot of hate right now. And I just need to just clear my chest of this, that I am praying that everything will calm down. And I know deep down in my heart that Tara is a good person. Okay, I think that she's an amazing person, and I do believe that she's very gifted. But I feel like she's very passionate about everything that's going on, and you know, some of us aren't perfect. Some of us can make mistakes. Okay, and remember, everything that I am saying here, it is for entertainment purposes only. I do not want anybody to be harassed on my videos, whether you like them or not, okay? The truth is that Ziggy is my friend and Tara is my friend. And Ziggy is protective of Fred, and she has her own personal reasons for that. And Tara is protective of Karen. Now, it's a hornet's nest, and I don't care. I love them both, and I know that these are two beautiful ladies, and I'm praying that these two beautiful ladies will one day be able to work professionally together again. I feel that time will heal everything. I just want everybody to know that I don't claim to be a psychic. I've never said that. I've never come out and said I'm a psychic. I can read tarot, and I'm very intuitive. I'm not always right. Sometimes the cards can be wrong. Sometimes the planets can be wrong. Okay? Well, it's not more so the planets are wrong. It's me interpreting the planets that would be wrong. Actually, because planets really don't lie. Okay? The planets are going to tell you exactly how it is, whether you want to hear it or not. The planets tell you what's happened, but it's human error that would interpret the planets wrong. And that's just that. It's really not. The planets are always going to tell you, because it's a clock. God made the planets, okay? There's nothing evil about astrology. God made the planets, and when you're sitting at a certain time, there's certain planets that are over top of your head, and if you happen to go missing the night that, you know, we look at the planets as a big clock, as a big map to map you out. That's why location astrology is very important, okay? Because it can help find missing people if you have the right person that can interpret the planets correctly. So I just wanted to put that out there. I don't want anyone to show Ziggy hate, and I don't want anyone to show Tara hate here either. I know there's a lot of YouTube drama going on right now, but I just want you guys to love each other, support each other, and sometimes we get very passionate about our feelings, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just remember that this is for entertainment purposes only. It's not to be taken as fact, okay? Please do your own research about forensic criminal astrology. Please do your own research about spirit boxes. I haven't been using spirit boxes lately, if you've noticed, because I got something in here that was a trickster spirit, okay? And I'm just going to be honest, they lie. They will lie to you sometimes. You have to be very careful with spirit boxes. And I caught one in a lie. I caught another one trying to pretend to be somebody's voice that they weren't. So we have to be very careful when we use these spirit boxes. And we have to do cleansings. I'm familiar with the spirit world. I am strong enough to fight evil things that might come through on the spirit box. But you at home, if you're not able to balance the good and the evil and immediately catch it, you're setting yourself up for failure if you're going to mess with these spirit boxes. They are basically a phone call out into the spirit world. And if a spirit was a child molester when they were alive, they will be a spirit child molester in death. If they were a murderous asshole when they were alive, they will be a murderous asshole in death too. If they had victims when they were alive, they will continue over into the spirit world and continue to make victims. So I just want to warn you, be careful with spirit boxes. And this is coming from a person that works with the dead. I work with the dead. I always have. Not in a bad way. Not like I'm doing weird like necromancy or anything. Not like that. No, when a witch says they work with the dead, that means that we go to a graveyard and we talk to the dead. When a witch says I work with the dead, what that means is that we go to a graveyard. Let's say we have something medical going on. We'll go to a certain gravestone that we've always worked with, and we'll talk to a doctor in the graveyard. If we have a lawsuit going on with one of our clients, we'll go and, you know, we'll talk to a lawyer at the graveyard with our spirit box. That's basically what it is. Everybody wants to make it seem like we're like making zombies over here. No, when a witch says I work with the dead, that means we go hang out in the graveyard and we communicate with the dead, just like I do here. It's really not that big of a deal. And it's really not the devil or anything like that. It's just we work with spirits. We're comfortable in the spirit world. We are comfortable communicating with the dead. It doesn't bother us, okay? But again, we have to be smart. And you can't just go into a graveyard as a witch. They know who you are. As soon as I walk into a graveyard, on the spirit box, you hear them. She's a witch. She's a witch. They know who I am. Well, first of all, they know who I am because I have my favorite hangout spot and my favorite tree at a crossroads in a graveyard. I know I sound absolutely crazy, and I'm sorry, okay? But this is just my life. This is what my mother has done, and this is what I do as well, okay? You can't just walk into a graveyard as a witch. You have to announce who you are. You have to announce your intentions, that you're coming to just get some advice, that's all. And you're coming to communicate with the dead. We never take dirt or soil from someone's grave. You have to take dirt or soil over by the fence, away from other people's grave. You cannot be disrespectful when you go into a graveyard, especially if you're a witch, or even if you're psychic, you really kind of need to announce who you are. Okay, but I'm not psychic. I'm just very intuitive. I know I sound batshit crazy. I'm just trying to tell you, you should leave an offering at the gate, like leave a couple pennies there as respect. Go into the graveyard, clean up the graves, the graves that you talk to, the dead, leave that grave looking nicer than when you came. Pick the weeds off of it. Be respectful to the grave. If the gravestone has bird poop on it, bring a little spray bottle, clean that off. Make sure you are respectful to the dead. Do not disrespect the dead, and when you leave, you do the same thing. Okay, there's certain things that you have to do. But that's just, I'm going off topic. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you, don't think that when a witch says, I work with the dead, that's basically what that means. Okay, it's not like we're in here making zombies and stuff. Everybody gets so dramatic. It's just that we have a respect for the dead, and we honor our dead. That's all. We honor them. Okay, so let's look at her astrology. So the night before, there's a huge fight. The astrology points that out for Suzanne Morphew. I believe that she has an injury to her neck, face, or head, and that we might even be dealing with a gunshot wound, possibly, or an injury to the head. But there is someone else that knows about it because we do have Mercury here showing up. So he's communicating with someone. There's the tragedy here. The sun represents the husband, and Jupiter is over there as well. So that represents the husband too. I'm sorry, but again, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. I'm not going to be irresponsible and sit here and call someone a murderer and announce that off to YouTube. I want to say that he is suspicious, but I'm not calling him a murderer. I'm just saying that he is suspicious. But again, everyone is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. We have to remember that, and we have to be respectful. Right. Little cardinal friend. Yeah, I found this when I was out looking to go pick up my daughter from the bus stop, and I was thinking about my mother, her spirit, and this showed up. Okay, so I found it on the ground under a tree. I think it used to be connected to a reef or something, but I brought it home because I think I can connect. I can talk to spirits, you know. But again, spirits can lie. Spirits can be manipulative as fuck, and you have to be careful with them. That's why I haven't been using spirit boxes lately, because they can be very manipulative. Very. All right. All right, let's go ahead and look at her 911 chart. All right, there's a lot of active asteroids over top of Susan's head during the 911 call. Especially, God, look at that. You guys, oh my goodness. Okay, tell me that you don't see this. All right, wait for it to focus. This is crazy. Look at the asteroid in her 8th house of death. Now, all of you can pull up her chart. You just pull up the date, the year, you go to astro.com. So this is not me adding this stuff on here, guys, okay? This is what the planets are telling us. Who shows up in Suzanne Morphew's 8th house of death? What asteroid? Do you see the name of it? Barry, Mickey, Verte, asteroid Photo, Venus. Asteroid Barry shows up in her 8th house of death. Come on. That's right, Brooke. Brooke is very wise, you guys. And I've done Brooke's astrology, and I'm telling you, that's Gamma, GMA. She's very wise, and she's very spiritual, and she's straight up psychic, because Brooke is a Sagittarius, which rules the 9th house of spirituality, and she's a Pisces moon, which means Pisces, they're connected to the spirit world, and that rules the 12th house. So Brooke is ruling the 9th house and the 12th house. She is very spiritual. So listen up to Brooke, okay? She knows what she's talking about. She probably should have her own YouTube channel. Brooke, when are we going to get you your own YouTube channel, honey? Because you're, oh, look at the other asteroids, Suzanne. Any of you guys can look this up and pull up the same astrology as me. 7th house of relationships is Suzanne. It's not a coincidence, guys. It's not a coincidence. Iris is probably one of her small children. And the 911 call, we also have Uranus showing up. The night before, Uranus showed up in the 4th house, which is in the womb and in the tomb. So her DNA is kind of in between Capricorn and Aquarius, which means that she could have been found like in a ditch, in a scenic open area where it's beautiful. Like the scenery would be beautiful. She would be at a higher elevation because remember, Aquarius rules the water and Aquarius rules the air. Yes, Aquarius is a air sign, but you have to remember Aquarius is also the water bearer. So we can't forget that. In the 8th house of death, we do have asteroid Barry. Let's Google what asteroid Barry means. That is insane, guys. I just noticed that. I don't know why I didn't notice it before. Now, any of you guys can pull that chart up, okay? You just pull up her 911 call, then you go to astro.com and you will see the same thing as me. Hold on, I gotta put this incense out. Because it's, give me 1 second. Oh, maybe my incense burner is starting to get too thinned out. That sucks. I'm gonna need to get a new incense burner. Okay. All right, so the chart is 24 Libra. So that means that we have, just like Summer Wells was Libra. She was in Libra when she first got at 2 o'clock, 2:20. That first chart that we did for Summer, that puts her in a dangerous position. It could mean that somebody was looking at her sexually. It means that she's got lighter hair, that our victim is blue-eyed, that our victim has blonde hair or light brown hair, that our victim is connected to Venus, which means that they are beautiful, that you're looking at a very attractive and beautiful woman. Let's see. All right, so there's a couple of other asteroids that are important. Asteroid Apollo means great beauty as well, so we know that Suzanne is beautiful. There's another asteroid, Bellatrix, which is about having affairs, having cheating love affairs in marriage. And that can mean that the spouse, that the wife is cheating or the husband. It goes both ways. So that's an interesting asteroid to show up. It's spelled Bellatrix, Bellatrix, which shows that both husband and wife are cheating. Basically that there's an affair, that there's cheating involved. Now this is how God talks to us. This is how the planets talk to us, okay? She's also, looks like she's square Neptune here. Neptune, remember, is about lies, drugs, illusion, delusion. Give it a second to tune in. So there's square Neptune. Is Barry square Neptune? God, I can't believe Barry shows up in the 8th house of death. That is crazy, guys. That is absolutely crazy. Photo as well. I'd really like to know. And the sun is in relationships here. And this is why I think Barry's involved, because it shows up as the husband. The sun is usually either your father or your husband. Okay, I'll show you. I mean, I know that you guys can take my word for it, but I want to pull it up in the book so you guys know that I'm not lying, okay? So you guys understand that, you know, I'm not just making this shit up. It's documented. You can actually, so I'm not, it's not that I don't want to say that I'm psychic. It's just, I am intuitive, okay? But when we do these astrology charts, the definition of these asteroids has always been that definition for 1,000 years. It's not my psychic abilities telling you guys that this planet means cheating, okay? Or that, you know, Eros means sibling, or that Mars represents brothers in the male phallus, that it's Mars means male, okay? That the sun means usually your husband or your father. So I'll show you this just so you guys know that I'm not making it up. Give it a second to focus. The sun represents... Hi, True Crime with Eve. How are you? It's good to see you guys. Thanks for being here and giving me a chance. So basically the sun is associated with the father or your husband. Think of the sun as it's connected to Leo, and the Leo, not to be sexist, but Leo is the king, okay? He is the king. So if you're looking at a victim, who is your king? That would be your husband, right? Your leader. It can sometimes be the police, but that's usually Jupiter. Jupiter is an authority figure as well. So the 3 planets that represent your father, your authority, and your husband is Jupiter, the sun, and Saturn. But Jupiter usually represents the law. Saturn usually represents the government, okay? So like if you're in court and you're having like a custody battle, Saturn shows up. If you called 911, that shows up as Jupiter. So you can see that, oh, and the moon is the mother. So for these charts, give me a second to go back to the chart. For the 911 call, they should be calling out to Jupiter. There should be a connection to Jupiter because Jupiter is the law. So let's find Jupiter on the chart. He looks like a number 4. So the husband is calling Jupiter. Do you see the connection there? How it connects it? There's Barry Morphew calling Jupiter, meaning he's calling the police because this is the 911 call. Is there any other suspects besides in the 8th house of death that look familiar? Is there a Mickey in her life? It's just like when we did Michael Vaughn. Who showed up in the 8th house of death? Stacy. And Sarah in the 7th house of open enemies. So when we did Michael Vaughn's chart, the asteroids that showed up for Michael Vaughn was Sarah, Stacy, and Carr, which is why I think he may have been involved in some type of car accident, and it's a big cover-up, or it's something suspicious with a car. So wow, even Suzanne shows up. And that is amazing. This is how the planets talk to us, guys. Let me try to Google some of these other asteroids. Just give me 1 second. Another thing about Bellatrix, that asteroid can also mean that she was at home. So that the fight broke out at home. Also, Persephone, that one shows up too. Persephone was, if you don't know anything about Greek mythology, Persephone was supposedly abducted by Pluto. So, I mean, that can hint around to an abduction, but, or that she was taken. See, there's another asteroid. Here, I gotta write them down because there's so many. Just give me 1 second and we'll Google them. And you guys can look this stuff up too, okay? Let me just write some of these asteroids down and then we can Google them, all right? So the other asteroid that is in a, I don't know, it's in a weird spot is Erato. Erato or Eratio. I'm not really sure how to. Right. Let's look that one up. We'll look up Persephone, because that would be interesting. I mean that can be, to me that's an abduction of some sort, because that's the most famous story of her, is that she was abducted. The other one is Tannina. I've heard of that one before, and I think it means to be out in the open. So we have an abduction, and this one I believe means, I'll have to double check it, but I think, but we'll double check it. Just bear with me, guys. All right, so I do also think the 28th degree in Aquarius, we need to look that up as well. 28th degree of Aquarius. We should look that one up as well. It looks like, let me go back. Yeah, 28th degree in Aquarius. So that's out in the open too. So these both mean out in the open. It's interesting, right? See, the asteroids, they're like little breadcrumbs to your death, to what happened to you, okay? So the asteroids give a little bit of extra information, right? Just like for when Summer went missing, the asteroids that we had were crazy asteroids. On her 911 call, we had something in the degree of Aquarius, which was a broken bridge under a stream, picking flowers. All these asteroids mean something. See if I can pull them up. Actually, if you go to Christy McIntosh's videos, she has a whole list of it, of all the asteroids that showed up on Summer Wells' 911 call. I know I'm jumping around from chart to chart, but if you think about it, these asteroids tell a story. So in Summer Wells' chart, we had the 7th and 8th degree of Pisces, which is a man raised with upright arms submerged in the water, over which is heavy rain falling. This is the index of one who is liable to suffer many affronts of fortune due chiefly to his own incompetence and attempting of things and enterprises that are beyond his powers. So he may go into liquidation and become submerged in debt and crying for rescue with his helpless state. which is why I'm curious about, with Summer Wells's chart, there is hints to something going on with property, because there's a lot of Taurus energy in her chart. In Summer Wells's chart, we had the 13th and 14th degree of Aquarius, which is a broken bridge spanning over a rapid stream. Remember, for Summer Wells, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. This does not give anybody permission to harass Don Wells or harass Candace Wells. We are spiritually investigating the astrology of what happened to Summer and Suzanne Morphew. Okay, that's all we're doing, all right? Not to be taken as fact. Do not take this as fact. This is just what the planets are saying over top of Summer's head the night that Summer went missing. These are the planet placements that were most important when that child went missing. The other one was picking flowers, being led by the hand to pick flowers. That shows up as well, along with the dog. Is it Cyrus or Cirrus? Cirrus. Which is a dog bite. And that's interesting because there is that story about the dog trail, right? So that even shows up. Here. 26 degrees, a fair woman leading a child by the hand and gathering flowers by the wayside. Second and third degree of Leo, a wave line of nebulous light obscured by a cloud in the mist, much of the obscurity into which this person will be at from time to time. So that can mean that there was somebody kind of stalking the area. Much of the obscurity into which the person will be at from time to time will be due to the unfledged condition of the mind and the misdirection through ignorance of the moral faculty. It is a degree of wandering. So that could be that Summer Wells wandered off. That does kind of show up. Also shows that we could have a Libra responsible for Summer Wells' death, or a Scorpio responsible for Summer Wells' death. It would be a Libra that looks like an Aries, and a Scorpio that doesn't look like a Scorpio. He'd look like a Taurus. So Libra and Taurus are both connected to Venus. So the man that's responsible for Summer would look like, you know, I think I've showed you guys pictures. I'll show you a couple more. This is what we're looking for. If this would be the victim, this would be the suspects, what the suspects look like, of what the planets are describing, what our killer would look like. I hope that makes sense. Matthew McConaughey, he's connected. This is if they're older. Douglas, this is how the planets describe what you would look like in your older age. Ledger, yeah, general features. Iggy Pop is a Taurus man. You can tell because they have that thick neck and the broad shoulders. You see that he's a Taurus man as well. Tom Petty, if we're looking at an older man, this is what the planets are saying our killer could possibly look like. They're connected to Venus, so they're not really bad-looking men. All right, back to Suzanne Morphew. I know I'm jumping around. I can tell you that there's a lot of anger and rage here. All right, the other one I want to look up is called Poly XO asteroid. So with Mercury being in the 28 degrees of Taurus for Suzanne, this is property, guys. That could be issues with property. Absolutely. Some type of property, something with the property that they own together. So, let's see. I mean, she either was, I hate to say this, but I mean, again, everyone's innocent until proven guilty, but do we know if Barry has guns? Because with Mars, it can indicate, Mars means a couple of things. It's violence, first of all, and it's anger and rage. So Mars is playing a big role here for Suzanne. With Aquarius, and that's like, you know, connected to Uranus, that's tragedy. A lot of rage, like if someone loses their head, because think about it, Aquarius is the sky is the limit. So when you have Mars conjunct Aquarius like that, on the same house cusp like that, it can mean someone lost their head. I mean, like literally, they just lost their shit. They lost their head. Algol is there. 28 degrees of Algol. We all know who Algol is. I mean, maybe you guys don't know who Algol is. Here, I'll go run up and get my book. I'm going to go grab Christy McIntosh's book so we can look up the stars together. All right, I can't find her book. It's so weird. I just had it out a second ago. You guys still here with me? Okay, good. All right, so Algol is the demon star, the violent one. It's the most evil star in the star system, in the whole entire galaxy. It's especially dangerous for children and women. So let me pull up Algol for you so you guys know. He's anywhere between the 26 degrees of Taurus. Here's Algol, which makes me think that she probably has an injury to her head. It's the Gorgon's head. Primitive female sexuality, strangulation, beheading, danger to the throat and neck, murder, violence, mass catastrophe. The evil one, the demon star. It's passionate, it's intense, and it's hysterical. It's not a good position for any woman or child to be in. And when we did Summer Wells' chart, sadly, our killer showed up in that degree. It's very sad. Now, I'm hoping and praying that Summer is alive, but we just have to remember that the planets, it does not look positive, but let's just keep hope in our hearts. Regardless if she is living or has passed away, her case will still remain active, whether it's a cold case or not. She still will be actively searched for. Okay? So even if the police think that she has passed over, they are still going to search for her. Whether it's a cold case or not, it doesn't have anything to do with it. The police still have to do their job. Okay? But spiritually, many people have felt that she has passed on, and the planets have made it pretty clear for Summer Wells that she's in a very unfortunate position. Okay? It's a very sad situation, and obviously this is This is showing up for Susan Morphew. Algol shows up for Susan Morphew, and Algol showed up for Summer Wells as well. And look where Suzanne is. So, you know, I'm of course I want to be hopeful, but I also need to be realistic with you spiritually. And as far as forensic astrology is looking, it didn't end well for Suzanne when her chart showed 2 years ago that she showed up in Algol. It didn't look good. It didn't look good then, and look where we found her. Okay, it's very sad. So when they do tell us how Susan Morphew died, there is definitely going to be something with her neck, face, head. But I'm going to say mostly her neck, possibly a gunshot wound as well. It doesn't look good. It's Uranus in the 7th house is at, you know, tragedy with partnerships. Uranus in the 7th house is her tragedy with her partner. A tragedy with her partner. Okay, so there's this other one that I want to look up in the 7th house is Hamel for Suzanne. Sorry, I know I'm jumping around. So let's Google these here and see what it means. Hamel. Asteroid Hamel. And you guys can do this too. In the 7th house. And you can find this stuff on the internet. It's not my psychic opinion. It's not my intuitive opinion. This is just what the planets mean. It's what these asteroids have always meant. Okay? It's not my opinion. This is just what they mean. Okay? 7th house. Hamel is the head of the ram. So again, it's showing injury to the head. So here's the fixed star Hamel, just so you guys know, I'm not full of crap. You can pull this stuff up yourself. He's in Aries, so that's anger, okay? It means rage. Fighting each other for domination. Hamel is the main star in the head of the ram. It is a most unfortunate combination. Now it says if she's a combination with Saturn and Mars, it can mean fighting each other, and it can mean fighting with either the government or your spouse. Because remember, Saturn represents the government. It is in great danger. Okay, here we are, Mars and Venus, because she's showing up as Venus. Okay. So basically, Hamel, and if other factors are equally present, suffering connected with love, life, or ill treatment by sadism and indicated. Hamel means the head of the male sheep. Okay, it basically means mass violence, okay, to the head, face, or neck. And the sun is there too, and we know that the sun means your authority figure. The sun is your king. It's connected to Leo, and who is your king in astrology? It's your husband. Not just the fact that, you know, we literally have an asteroid named Barry. Let's look that one up. What is asteroid Barry? Asteroid Berry. Asteroid Berry in the 8th house of death. What does that mean? Asteroid Berry in the 8th house of death. Meaning. Trauma. Trauma to the head, face, or neck. Surgeries, trauma. Death. Do you see it? Death. All right, let's look up polyxo. See what that means. It doesn't look good for Barry. Again, entertainment purposes only, YouTube, but it doesn't really look good for Barry. I mean, Jesus, he literally... Sorry, I don't mean to say Jesus' name in vain. I love Jesus very much. Jesus and I are like this. See, I even lit my Jesus candle today. Oh, shit. Okay, here, look. Barry is ruled by Scorpio and Pluto. Traditionally governs and relates to death, inheritance. So see, I'm telling you, there's something about that property too. Very interesting. Because the 8th house does rule inheritance, taxes, other people's money. And Barry shows up in the 8th house of death. Death, taxes, other people's money. It's very interesting. Okay, let me just Google this one here. PolyXO. And then we'll do some pull some tarot cards. Are you guys still with me? Are you guys still here? Or did I lose you all? I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. So I'm sorry if I'm missing you. Hi, Chloe Jade. Hi, everybody. Sorry if I'm missing all of you guys that are coming in. We're just going over the asteroids that showed up in Suzanne Morphew's astrology chart. So, believe it or not, in her astrology, look who shows up, guys. Barry, which means death or surgery. Injuries to the head, face, and neck. Remember, entertainment only, YouTube. But the sun shows up in the 7th house of open enemies. That's either your father or your husband or, you know, your leader, your king. Because the sun is connected to Leo. Leo represents your king. Now, it's curious to me because Suzanne's body, the video that I did, it showed her in Capricorn, which means that she would be found in dry, rocky areas. Saturn is cold and dry, and it can mean concrete. So I remember saying she was going to be found in a hilly area because Capricorn is the mountain goat. So you think about the mountain goat, that means she's up high and she's elevated, and that she would be found in rocky soil or dry, sandy, deserty kind of soil. And that shows up to be true. So we're looking at the other asteroid, PolyXO. Let's see what that says. So we just Googled what Barry means, and Barry in the 8th house of death means surgery or death to the head, face, or neck. So we're going to Google what does PolyXO in astrology mean. All right, so he is a daughter of Saturn. She was a daughter of Saturn. It's his sister's wife. Okay, so it has to do with injuries to the head. It's part of the bull again, so it's still connected to injuries to the head. So all this is, all of her astrology is basically saying the same thing. Is that she's got an injury to her head, face, or neck. Can you guys see it? Just give it a second to tune in. Sadness, rain. It's the face of the bull. So the face of the bull. So she's going to have injuries to her head, face, or neck. It's repeated over and over again. She may have been abducted, but I feel like it's Barry is all over it. Again, entertainment purposes only. YouTube, let's be intelligent about it. All right, let's pull up. Let's do some tarot. You guys ready to do some tarot? Let's see if I can pull the chat up again. I hope you guys are still here with me. I'm sorry I haven't been paying attention to the chat. It's just hard when you're trying to, do all this stuff at the same time. So, all right. So now we're going to do... Hi, Rue. Sorry, Rue, I didn't see you. Hi, Soul and Mind Inspiration. Hello. Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being here. It means a lot to me. I'm even surprised that I get one person here. I'm being very honest. I'm surprised that you guys even come and see me. I really do appreciate it. Okay, remember, this is entertainment only. I have to keep saying that because YouTube's has gone crazy. Just give me a second to think about Suzanne. Everybody think about Suzanne Morphew. Let's channel her. Let's bring her energy to this table. Oh, thank you, Rue. I love you too, sweetheart. Hi, Kaden. I just did Suzanne Morphew's all those oh, I'm sorry. How I did all of her asteroids, and I didn't even realize that the last time I pulled up her chart that Barry showed up in the 8th house of death, and that's the name of her husband. Is that crazy? I can't believe Barry shows up in the 8th house of death. That is crazy. Hey, Rian, how are you, honey? It's good to see everybody. Do you have a lot of homework to do tonight, honey? No. Okay, good. Susan Morphew, please come through. Show us what happened. Well, the astrology kind of tells us what happened. Poor girl. And give it a nice, good old shuffle. Third house. How one processes communication, knowledge. Psycho, I am sorry. No regard for what. No regard for what. No regard for what's right or wrong. Displays violent or antisocial behavior, mental instability. Caught in the act. So there we go. There's all this rumor about, did Susan know that he was cheating? I'd say yes. This tells us that he was cheating. Someone was nosy, all up in the business, and eavesdropping. And a distorted feminine. I don't like his girlfriend. Barry's girlfriend, I'm just going to tell you right now, as a person who is a Wiccan, I feel like she's up to something. Like, I think does bad stuff. Like, I don't like her. I get a really bad feeling from his girlfriend.
Hey, Mom, are you cooking spaghetti tonight?
We have leftover tacos. I was going to just do the leftover tacos.
Do you even have taco shells? I think the taco shells, there's only 2 left.
Yeah, I saved those 2 for you, so you can have 2 tacos.
Well, then we can't have tacos. If there's no taco shells left.
No, there's 2 taco shells left for you.
Yeah, I ate them.
Oh, you ate them? Are you still hungry?
Probably like in an hour.
Okay, well then I'll make rice.
Okay.
I was gonna make rice with diced tomatoes, and then use the leftover taco meat with the kidney beans. I think that will be good. It's like rice and beans, but kind of like upscale rice and beans. All right, so the bottom of the deck is projecting. I do feel like Barry Morphew was projecting. And then we have 12th house, which is being hidden. Hidden truths, hidden secrets, your dreams, your strength, your weaknesses, and your unconsciousness. So she was probably knocked unconscious, guys. She was feeling trapped. And the 7th house. Wow, this is pretty self-explanatory. And sabotage, feeling trapped, feeling like there is no way to improve a situation, could be feeling stuck in circumstances or a relationship. 7th house revolves around relationships, guys. Your marriage, your business, you know, any type of partnership. And it also represents the open enemies. And in the 7th house, that was where we could see Barry showed up in her 7th house. So let's just pull some basic tarot as well. Oh, bottom of the deck. Just saw this. 3rd-party situation. Actually, I believe it was a 4-party situation, because weren't they both cheating for Susan Morphew? I believe they were both cheating. I believe. I hope everybody's still here, because I really can't see the deck.
10 people are here.
I mean, the chat. It's hard for me to look at the chat.
There's 10 people.
Oh, okay. Kaden, do you want to cook rice?
No.
No? Okay, I'll cook it in a minute.
I don't really want tacos. I might just make spaghetti myself.
Okay. It's up to you. I washed the pan for the spaghetti pan.
Okay.
Susan Morphew. Susan Morphew, please come through. Just wanted to see what this deck shows, because it's about relationships, and I know that there was some major relationship issues with them. Hold on, no cards are coming out. Let me just kind of, I'm just going to pull some, because they're not, sometimes you shuffle and you shuffle and you shuffle and they don't come out, so. Yeah, they were both cheating. So that's why I want to see, these cards are about relationships, the Lover Oracle deck. I'm just curious. Do you guys want to do personal readings tonight too? You were right. Painful memories. Oh, poor Suzanne. This is sad. Sexual desires. Drama. Interesting. I don't know where to put all these cards. I got too many cards now. Give me 1 second. Alright, I'm just going to pull a few basic tarot too. Poor Suzanne. That's very sad. These cards are sad. Painful memories. You were right. Drama. Oh, poor child. Poor, I mean, she's not a child. I mean, but just poor lady.
Oh, wait.
You alright?
Luna's so heavy.
Luna's a big cat.
Like, compared to Henry?
I know.
Henry's like lightweight.
I know.
Luna's so big.
Alright, let's just do basic tarot here. It is so sad. I hope everybody's doing okay. Just want to pull some basic tarot and see what we get for Suzanne. Hi, Marlene. How are you? It's good to see you. Well, you guys don't have to, you don't have to cash at me when we're doing true crime. Thank you, Brooke. Thank you so much. You just can cash at me when we do personal readings, but when we do true crime, you don't, I mean, if you want to give me a donation, that's wonderful. I greatly appreciate it. There's no doubt that we need the money right now. I will do some personal readings tonight if you guys want me to, and then you can cash at me. My cash app for personal readings. But when we do true crime, I don't think I should be making money off of true crime. I think it's for the victims alone. But when we do personal readings, absolutely, yeah, then you can cash at me. And all I have is cash app because I'm not popular enough to have that little like the little money icon. But donations are very much so welcome. Yes, I greatly appreciate it. But I love doing true crime. Death. We do know that Suzanne did pass. So with this is, to me, this is lack of maturity. I feel like this could possibly be Barry, or this could be her children. I know it's the Page of Cups in reverse, which usually does, usually young male children, or it can represent somebody is not being mature, and they did not take the bad news well, okay? They received information, or they received a message, possibly Suzanne said that she wanted a divorce, and he did not take it well. I mean, that's how I'm looking at that. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's what it is. He did not take her wanting a divorce well at all. That's how I take that. Oh yeah, tomorrow is the full moon. It's the harvest moon. I just did a whole bunch of work in the very beginning. I was working on some spells. Difficult childhood, negative. This is, I feel like Barry is very immature. Bad memories. Could have had a difficult childhood as well, but this could also be the two children involved. There's negativity surrounding the childhood of these girls, and I'm not really sure, why is Suzanne always the bad guy? Why was Suzanne always the bad guy? And why? I feel like her daughters have betrayed her. Why is that, in a way? I mean, not that they betrayed her, but why are they so, why are the daughters so caught up on Barry? I mean, I wish the daughters could look at the astrology and see that in the 8th house of death, we literally have the asteroid Barry flying over Suzanne's head. In the 8th house of death. That's crazy. Yeah, that's right. You're right, Chloe Jade. He was manipulative. Big ego. Big ego. Yeah, that's right. The last text messages did show that. You're right. Everybody read Chloe Jade's message. She's right. And Marlene's message, full moon tomorrow night. It's going to be the harvest moon. It's going to look beautiful. Almost like you can reach out and touch it, guys. That's how beautiful it's going to be. He was. Is that true, Marlene? And Brooke agrees. Yes, he is. Okay, so Brooke is Gamma, GMA. So when Barry was in jail, he was told to stop bullying his daughters in a written order. So he has an unhealthy relationship with his daughters. And the government caught up on that. Barry is all over her astrology, guys. Barry is all over Susan Morphew's astrology as the open enemy. Bottom of the deck. Maybe his intuition and his secrets are starting to catch up to him, because the truth here is behind the curtain. Very interesting card. There's been a lot of people that have had psychic intuitions about her. So maybe this is a lot of people's gut instincts is, you're right. We're all right. Everybody in the chat, you were right. What you were feeling was right. And this is the High Priestess card, like your intuition. Our intuition has been right about him. Also, another thing I just want to bring up, think about this. Barry showing up as the sun means he's connected to Leo. And that means that our killer would look like a Leo. Let's just Google, what does a Leo male look like, and see what it shows us. I'll pull up like famous actors that are Leo. Let's see, Barry's like almost 50, right? So I'll pull up Leo male actors that are ruled by Leo. Leo has that red face and and a thicker neck. They have broad shoulders. They look like a lion, right? So, wait, I think he was in Leo. Wasn't he in Leo? The night before he was in Leo as well. I'm looking at his astrology chart. Hold on. Give me 1 second to pull up the astrology again. Yeah. Well, Aries. On the 911 call, he shows up as Aries. And Taurus. So, blondish hair, thicker neck, broad shoulders, connected to Venus. Aries has the blonde hair, the blue eyes. Very interesting. Yeah. So the astrology is already telling us that we're going to have somebody with blondish, whitish hair, blue eyes, a thick neck, and broad shoulders. That's what the astrology says that our killer's going to look like. And what does Barry look like? Very interesting. All right, let's do an outcome card for Suzanne. You're having dreams again, honey? What kind of dreams? This involved relationships and money. He's starting to lose energy. You know what? Let's just ask how Barry is feeling right now. Let's just ask, how is Barry Morphew feeling right now? How is Barry Morphew feeling right now? Pull up another deck. Let me pull up another deck. I haven't used this deck in a long time. Because I like to look at the planets too, but let's just see. How is Barry Morphew feeling right now? You had dreams about Summer last night, trying to talk to me. It was trippy. I get a lot of dreams. She was wearing that dress, like the video, dancing around the barrel, and looked like that. Aww. Yeah, Brooke is right. Write down those dreams. If you guys if you guys have dreams, start to keep a dream journal. It really does help. And then date it. Make sure you leave a date, okay? Write them down. Brooke is right. Write them down. Yeah. Brooke has crazy dreams too, guys. Yes, towers are an important sign. Rue doesn't get enough sleep to dream. Yeah, Brooke has some crazy intense dreams. Like they're wild. Like they're insane. She has really intense dreams. Well, that's because she's connected to Pisces, the 12th house. So Brooke is connected to the 12th house, which is dreams. Her moon sign is Pisces, and Pisces dream. Not only that, they're very dreamy people as well, but, you know, they're dreamy. So here's the 12th house. This is Brooke. Brooke rules this house. Your secret enemies, your self-unfolding, your karma, your repression, your secrets, your limitations, your visions, mysticism, you know, your escapism, compassionate. Pisces are a very psychic sign. And Brooke rules Sagittarius, which is the 9th house. So she rules these two houses, which are the most spiritual out of the whole entire zodiac. See? Higher mind, philosophy, and religion. So she rules spirituality and religion. Those are the two houses that Brooke rules. All right, I want to just feel how is Barry Morphew feeling right now? Sorry, I just bumped into you guys again. I hope it didn't knock you over too much. Yeah, you do rule, Brooke. You rule. How is Barry Morphew feeling right now? That's Suzanne, the Empress. That's a mother in reverse. Yes, dear.
Do you want the spaghetti?
Sure, if you're going to make some.
I'm going to.
What are you just going to make? Like boil 4 noodles? That doesn't make sense. Just boil the whole pack.
What you need for me? I'm just asking if you want it.
Yes, I'll have some. Yes, please. So you're all tacoed out.
Yeah. Tacos make me feel icky.
Why? I love tacos. It's like my favorite. King of Swords. I wonder if Barry is an air sign. He's in reverse. Lack of communication. Can also mean lack of truth. Lack of justice. I really hope that we get justice for Suzanne. I really want to get justice for Suzanne. This is, you know, being betrayed. She was betrayed. She was definitely betrayed. What are you doing? Sounds like you're peeing. She's not peeing. She's just pouring stuff into her aluminum cup. Oh. Yeah, Brooke, she feels pains in her dreams, and I have scary knowledge of the things that no one else sees. It's scary. I believe that. I believe it. Well, thank you, Brandy Lee. Hello, Brandy Lee. It's good to see you, sweetie. I'm not amazing. I'm not amazing. I'm just like you guys. Just like you guys. Nothing special. Broken family. Money. And I feel like Barry's going to be quiet for some reason. Maybe he's not mentally well. Because this reading is about Barry. I'm asking about Barry. Is he still with his psycho girlfriend? I'm curious. And this could be Susan, but it could also be a psycho girlfriend as well. Marlene says Barry Morphew was born in Colorado, United States, but his exact birth date is unavailable on the website. According to the news, he was 54 years old on April 19th, 2022. So I guess for birth year, 1968. Let me write that down, and I'll pull up his chart. Thank you, Marlene. I really appreciate that. Awesome. All right, so April 19th. (1968). That would make him an Aries, wouldn't it? Aries can have bad tempers. I think that makes him an Aries. He's on the cusp of an Aries and a Taurus. So not only does he have a bad temper, he's also on the cusp of a Taurus. Taurus men can be very jealous and greedy. Some Taurus men that are killers. Who's that guy that did the movie Girl Gone? Durst. He's the millionaire Durst. He's a Taurus. You don't want to divorce a Taurus. They're very difficult to divorce. If you're married to a Taurus man, get a prenup. Just saying. Because everything turns into mine. Everything. So then your dad is on the cusp of not all signs, if you're married to a Taurus, it doesn't mean we're looking at them negatively. Remember, we're not supposed to judge people by their astrology alone, but if they are guilty of, or if they've been suspected in a murder case, just like we ripped apart Brian Kohlberger's chart. I've been picking apart Brian Kohlberger's natal chart. Of course, Brian Kohlberger is innocent until proven guilty, but because he's been a suspect in the Idaho 4 killings, I believe that we get to spiritually look at his astrology and pick him apart, just like we have the right to pick apart Barry Morphew's astrology. Brooke's dad has not been in trouble for murder. He's not a suspect for murder. So then we're looking at the Taurus and the Aries as a positive person on April 19th. When we're picking somebody apart for murder, we start to pick apart the negative aspects of their planets, because every planet has a positive, neutral, and negative side. So when we're looking at these astrology charts for murder, of course we're going to go to the neutral and negative side of these planets. So basically when you're doing criminal astrology, you're not looking at it as all the butterflies and rainbows, like I'm an Aquarius rising and a Sagittarius, sun sign. We're not looking at all the rainbows and butterflies. We're looking at the negative aspects of these planets. So I wanted us to take a look at the planets and see what planets are showing up for Barry Morphew. How is Barry Morphew feeling right now? How is Barry Morphew feeling right now? You know what? Let me pull the Zodiac. I know I keep jumping around from deck to deck. I can't help it. Let me pull my Zodiac deck. Alright, how's Barry Morphew feeling right now? How is Barry Morphew feeling right now? I hope Saturn shows up, or Jupiter. I know I'm terrible. I'm sorry. But I really hope Saturn or Jupiter shows up, because that's the government coming to get him. That is Jupiter breathing down his neck, and Jupiter does not play. You do not want Zeus pissed off at you, and you do not want Kronos pissed off at you, because they don't quit. That is the government and the police force coming after you. How is Barry Morphew feeling right now? How is Barry Morphew feeling right now? Show me the planets and the signs involved into how is Barry Morphew feeling right now, please. How does Barry Morphew feel? How does Barry Morphew feel? Yeah, his daughters are just, it's weird. His daughters, I agree. I said I wondered about his daughters. Yeah, me too. Your past lives can show up in your astrology in the 12th house. Also, Chiron can be related to your past lives too, Chloe Jade. Your astrology can tell you a lot about yourself. I mean, I don't think everybody's reincarnated either. I think there's certain people that are special. I don't think everybody's reincarnated. Scorpio. He is holding on to secrets. Scorpio is what's hidden in the dark. And guess what Scorpio rules? The 8th house. The 8th house of death. Interesting. How is Barry Morphew feeling right now? Pluto. Ooh, death. Why is Barry Morphew so dark right now? Look at it. Pluto. You don't want Pluto on your bad side either, because he knows all your secrets. Pluto knows your secrets. Scorpio knows the darkness that's hidden. Interesting. Pluto knows all. All right, let's just pull one more planet. Libra. She showed up in Libra, didn't she? As the victim line. Which means she was female and connected to Venus. Let me just do one more. Aries. He showed up in Aries. This is the victim and this is the killer. Very interesting. So victim, killer, and Aries, rage and anger, and secrets are going to be brought to light, Barry. All right. Does anybody want a personal reading? You can cash out me on Juniper's Tarot and Magic. See, this is Jupiter, and he's so handsome. I love Jupiter. That's Zeus. Look at those eyes. A lot of Sagittarians have those beautiful blue eyes. They're the eyes to the soul. Brooke, do you have blue eyes? I know. My daughter's in there cooking dinner right now, but yeah, I gotta do dinner stuff too. But I had leftover tacos. I thought she would want leftover tacos, and I thought I had all this planned out perfectly, but I guess not. So she's gonna make herself noodles. That's fine. All right. Does anybody want to have a reading tonight? Oh, you have gray blue eyes, Brooke? Well, that's that Sagittarian in you. That's Sagittarius energy. Okay, it's just $20. And here is my Cash App. I have the Galaxy Andromeda, the Andromeda Galaxy on my chart, on my little thing. Do you see it? It says Juniper's Tarot. There's like a little money sign, and then it says Juniper's Tarot. And then you look for my little purple icon. That's the Andromeda Galaxy. Can you guys see it? I really appreciate it. What did you want to know about, Chloe? Is 20 okay? Is that an okay price? Let me just go ahead and sage everything. I think I have a reasonable price. I don't think I'm too expensive. I saw a tarot reader that was charging $150 for 4 cards. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? She pulled 4 cards and she set a timer for 10 minutes and she charged $150. I was like, damn, what the hell? I mean, I'm a good tarot reader, but that freaked me out. I couldn't believe that. Yeah, so I think $20 is a decent price. I don't feel like I'm you know, doing this all greedy like, you know. I hope that's okay. Plus, this is fun. Like, I want to have fun, know, and do this. Like, this is also fun for all of us to be together and talk about crime as a soul family together and figure out true crime together as a family. That's kind of what I want to do, is all of us working together, because I feel like we're all in this together. You know, we really are. We're really all in this together. Looking for justice for Summer, looking for justice for our victims. All right, so what's your question? Do you think so, Brandy? I hope so. Thanks, Brandy. Because, like I said, I've seen, and I'm not putting any tarot reader down for charging that much. I don't know. Like, I don't want to make people break the bank just to get advice from the tarot. You know what I mean? Like, and it's no offense against tarot readers that are probably way better tarot readers than me, but I don't know. That just seems absolutely outrageous price. An outrageous price. When we're just all hanging out and having fun, you know what I mean? Like, I want to make it fun, but I also still need to make money, you know, and pay bills and try to make a career out of this as well. But so what's going on, Chloe? Let me see if I got it. Let's see. Not yet. I don't think I got it yet. Did it look like this? Had the little blue Juniper's tarot with the money sign in front? Chloe? Looks like I didn't get it just yet. Let me pull it. I'm going to try to refresh it, Chloe. Let's see if I get it. No, I didn't get it yet. Did you send it, hon? It says pending on me. Okay. Hold on, let me check my Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to check my email because sometimes it will show up in my email. Oh, I see you. Got it. Okay. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do, Chloe. I'm going to add you. There you are. Yay! Yay! I got it. Thank you so much. Yay! Okay. I got it. Okay, I sent you a heart. Yay! Thank you, Chloe. Okay, so what was your question, honey? Yes, it went through. Yeah, I think it's because you're new. Like, you're a new person, and I had to, like, upload you or whatever. So, yay! Okay, yay! Okay, so what was your question? Just a general read. Okay. So I'll do a couple of oracle cards. These are kind of hard to see, but I'll tell you what it says, because they're really shiny, but they kind of give me a feel. So we'll do these two to start for oracle. And do you want to do Spill the Tea deck, which is kind of like it kind of tells you about any drama in your life or any craziness in your life? Do you have anything like that going on? Happy birthday. Yay. So your birthday's coming up. That means, are you a Virgo? What are you? Oh, you okay, Luna? My cat's over here choking. Are you a Virgo, honey? What's your sign? Beginnings. So we got beginnings showing up for the first card. Oh, Libra, okay. I love Libras. Very smart. Libras have a mathematical mind. Or they usually have a mathematical mind. They're very smart. Balance is always going to be an issue with Libra. You're always going to be trying to maintain balance in your life with Libra. Whoops, there goes all the cards. It just went flying. All right, so we have beginnings, beauty. Libras are connected to beauty because they are connected to Venus. Purity. Abundance and discernment. So you looks like you have something on your mind. You have something bothering you on your mind. Something is on your mind. What is on your mind? All right. I know I pull a lot of decks, but I just like to pull a lot of decks because it gives me an idea of what's kind of going on, you know? Alright. I want to get that one deck that Ziggy uses. I love that deck. I had it a long time ago, the Ancestors, Angels and Ancestor Guides or whatever. I want to get that deck again. I had my daughter took it to a sleepover and I never got it back. And the cards that she did bring back, I had to throw away because I don't know what the hell they got on them. They were all sticky and like stuck together. That was the last time I'm ever going to let my daughter take my tarot cards to a sleepover. Learned the hard way on that one. And the one deck was like $40. And I didn't even get to use it. I didn't even get to use it. Jade, please. Tell me about Chloe Jade. Just gonna put some smoke over it. Oh, I forgot to ring the bell for you, Chloe. Here we go. Chloe Jade. Chloe Jade. Transformation. So you got beginnings and transformation. What's going on with you, girl? Look at that beautiful card. Transformation. Beautiful card. Something's up. Something is going on with Chloe. Something new. Something exciting. Is this a new relationship or something, girl? Good luck. That looks like my cat. That's what Luna looks like. And the kitty cat's wearing a crown. Can you see that? This is my witch deck, but still, I love it. Finding. And finding the butterfly. You see that? I feel like you're going through like some sort of metamorphosis, girl. You're going through a metamorphosis of some sort, some type of a change. Does that sound about right? Maybe some type of a change going on here. New beginnings, a metamorphosis, yeah. But you're a little nervous about it. You're a little nervous. Are you nervous right now? I'll pull this deck at the end. All right.
Got 8 viewers.
Yeah, I've been on for a while.
And
Well, they had to watch me basically clean up my altar because I was doing magic before I came on, and I wanted to do. I had to clean off my altar, and yeah, I've been on for a long time, so.
Yes, I'm nervy because I lost so much and been single for a long time, Chloe said.
Aw. So you are nervous. So if you've been single for a long time, why are the cards kind of hinting around that you've got a new beginning? Do you have a new beginning? Because this is, look, I don't know if you can see it because it's so shiny, but it says beginnings. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. Beginnings. And it's a person that's getting ready to walk through a gate. I'm nervous. Because you're starting over, okay. Because you're starting over. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to say a little prayer here for you, Chloe. Just give me a second. Show me the answers that Chloe seeks, please. I might do a different kind of a spread for you, Chloe, with the tarot. Is that okay? I'm going to try a new spread. It's a 10-card spread. You all right, Kaden? What are you beating on in there, honey?
Cookie.
That would be a new beginning and a fresh start. Wow, all these new beginning cards, girl. So this would be your signifier card. I lost my whole life. I thought, Chloe says, I lost my whole life. I thought now I have something really good, so I'm nervous of losing again. Oh, sweetheart. And you sold your house, so you see the archway, yeah. So you are starting over. Wow. New house, new life, almost. So let me ask you something. Did you just sign contracts? Because this card can be about contracts, like starting over and, you know, also an exchange of money. Like you have. So remember that in the tarot cards. You know, they didn't have dollar bills when these decks were invented. They had gold coin. So gold coin was their money. So this is money has crossed your hand. Completely a brand new life. That's wonderful, Chloe. So happy for you, honey. Is there trauma connected to the old house? I feel like there's trauma there. I'm not really sure why I'm getting that. I feel like there's trauma at the old house. Did you want to let go of some of the old past memories of that old house? Is that why you wanted to let it go? You felt stuck and confined in the old house? This can mean that... Oh. This can mean that you felt trapped at the old house, I'm feeling. Possibly you felt trapped at the old house, and there was old memories there. I feel like there was something about this old house. You weren't happy with it, or you weren't satisfied. There's some issues with the family. Was this house given to you by, is it an inheritance of some sort? I mean, this can mean inheritance, or it can mean that, you know, it can mean that the house itself was a family, a safe place for your entire family, or that it's been in the family for a long time, been with you for a long time. I'm not sure how old you are, but, you know, I feel like this was a big thing for you to sell this house. Almost like it's connected to family as well. Yeah, good point, Brooke. Brooke says, my intuition says, make everything clear in black and white. Contract, protect yourself. Chloe says, yes, I was in an abusive relationship before. Then fiance died. That was finally good, and I found him dead. Oh no. I was isolating in my old house. Okay, that's that. That's you being isolated in the old house. Which made my PTSD worse. So I had to sell because there was so much sadness. Oh, sweetie, it's kind of showing up. It's so true, Brooke. It takes a strong woman to stand back up and fight and take control. So true. I mean, look, can you read it? It says, mentally imprisoned, captivity. You're feeling bound to or stuck. You were powerless. Your fears. You had anxiety at the old house. A lot of anxiety. Jupiter represents freedom, but your freedom, you didn't feel free there. You did not feel free. Is there a Gemini in your life? Or a Virgo? Gemini, Virgo. Aw, thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Brooke, for giving her good advice. You guys are awesome. So your daughter is a Virgo. Okay. So I feel like your daughter might be connected to this house. Was she sad but understands that you had to sell it? Aquarius is your girlfriend. Okay. Your daughter would be feeling... I'm not sure if your daughter is the word shy I'm looking for, but she's very down to earth. I mean, Virgos are an earth sign, but and she is practical, but I do feel like she may have been sad about the house being sold, but she'll be fine. If your daughter is sad about selling the house, just keep the communication open with her, okay? Aquarius women are great women. So I take it that you are with a female. Actually, I think I'm like remembering you from Ziggy's, because I've always watched Ziggy do readings. I love watching Ziggy do readings. I love watching Mystic Mermaid do readings too. So you are involved with a female, right? This can also be your daughter, your girlfriend, and all of you coming together and working together, because this is a positive change in your life. This is a time for celebration. It is a time for celebration. Did you see the card? Happiness, victory. So this is happiness, okay? Okay, so yeah, that's why I'm feeling that your daughter has some heartstrings attached to the house. Okay. Wait, and your ex was a Cancer, right? Your ex was a Cancer and went psycho on you. Is that correct? Am I thinking right? I just want to make sure I have the right person. If I'm thinking of the right person, I remember you telling me over on Ziggy's channel that your ex was a Cancer and they went psycho on you. And they were very abusive. Or do I have you confused with somebody else? I might have you confused with somebody else. If I do, just let me know. But that's the energy I'm feeling, and that's my memory as well. Like, I do feel like this is all positive, though. You are finding yourself, you are going through a transformation, and it's all beautiful and good. Finding. Good luck. I love this kitty cat card. And these are beautiful cards. They really are. Very abusive. Okay. Okay. So I feel like this card here is just reminding you. This can also be about, you know, mental illness, anxiety. It can also be just fear takes over, and fear is what keeps you imprisoned. So I don't feel like you're out of the woods yet with your mental health, honey. I'm just gonna put that out there. I do feel like, does your new partner understand that you are suffering from PTSD and that some things are just going to trigger you and you're not, and maybe they won't understand, but you were in a mental prison before? Does your new girlfriend understand about what PTSD is? Okay. All right. Yeah. So this card is just reminding you that you're not out of the woods yet. Okay. I honestly, I don't know if you're ever going to be really out of the woods after going through what you went through. I honestly think that, you know, this is, yes, celebrate, but I want you to be patient with yourself. Okay. You're not out of the woods yet. And I'm not sure what it is that triggers you sometimes, but there's something that's triggering you. Again, remember, I'm not a psychic. I'm just telling you what I feel intuitively. I feel like something does trigger you, and I'm not sure if it's because of the old house or if it's something that your new partner does, but I feel like, yeah, the bottom of the deck is strength. So I feel like your new partner might struggle. Okay. Okay, so you have CPTSD and had, okay. All right, give me 1 second to read all this. So you had CPTSD and you had bad trigger month ago. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so a month ago, and she took care of me. Oh, honey. My fiance that died was good, but before him was the stalker guy, girlfriend. They threatened to kill me and was abusive. Okay. And she came back now because I am dating someone again. Oh, jeez. Okay. So this is testing your character, honey. I feel like your new partner cannot use any form of force or aggression or anything like that around you. This actually can trigger you, and I feel like maybe your partner is completely unaware sometimes of what you went through. Like you can tell somebody a million times of what you went through, but they might be confused about, they might actually be confused about what you went through. They just might not understand. Like, you can tell them, like, okay, I have PTSD. I have this mental issue. I'm a victim. So don't be too passive. Don't shrink back and go. Don't shrink back and minimize your suffering. Okay? Embrace it and let them know that it's part of the whole package deal with you. That I'm not sure if it's certain smells or there's something that's triggered you, and something's triggering you. I'm not sure what it is, though. You think she's understanding now? Okay, good. Okay, good. Good. Okay. So let me just pull a couple of outcome, I'm going to pull another deck here. Where did it go? I just saw it a second ago. Now I don't know where I put it. Lordy. Oh, here it is. It's right under my foot. Abuse with drugs. Okay. I don't know why smells came up, but I feel like it might sometimes be a smell or just a movement that somebody makes around you, and it brings back a memory of your ex, and it really freaks you out. I don't even know how PTSD works, but actually, I'll be very honest with you. I mean, I'm not even sure what CPTSD means. What does the C mean? Like, I know what PTSD is, but what is the C? Can you educate me on that? What does the C mean in CPTSD? This is another witch deck, but I love to use it as an outcome. Disassociate. Complete complex PTSD. Okay. Hey, Charlie. How are you, sweetie? So it's complex PTSD. So Brandy Lee says it's childhood. You say that, Chloe says it's complex PTSD, meaning that it's layered trauma. Okay. So it could be all kinds of things that trigger this. There's not just one specific thing. Like, so my dad had PTSD, and he would freak out around bees, and I used to think it was because he was allergic to bees. And I remember going to one of our grief counseling things, or one of our counseling things that we went through, and because my dad was dying of cancer, and how they give you family counseling and sometimes, and my uncle told me, no, he's scared of bees because it sounds like the bullets that used to go by his ears when he was in combat. So all those years, you know, as a whole child, I used to think my dad was allergic to bees, but then I found out later that it wasn't the bees. He had PTSD because the bees reminded him of the bullets. I remember just breaking down and crying. It broke my heart, you know. Hey, Charlie. Show me the outcome cards for Chloe. Show me the outcome cards for Chloe, please. Show me the outcome cards. Chloe. Chloe J. Beautiful soul. Chloe J. Give me the outcome cards for Chloe, please. Golden. No. You don't need someone else to fix you. Remember that. You do have the capability of fixing yourself. And often when I think of Libras, I think of gold. You guys remind me of the color of wheat. So does Taurus. When I think of Libra, Taurus, even some Geminis, I see a wheat field of fully grown wheat getting ready to be harvested. And it looks like gold, golden. Can you see it up close? Sometimes I forget. I got it. Okay, Brandy. That makes sense. Okay. Is your Aurora gold? Oh, so that card does fit. I know Libra is an earth sign, but, an air sign. But I feel like Libra is, silver and gold and white. I see white with Libra too. I'm not really sure why, because white is usually Virgo, but because white is Virgo, the Virgin, but I see sky blue. These are just colors that pop into my head when I think of a Libra. Gray and silver too. Beautiful colors. You deserve sugar, not salt. Unplug and relax for a spell. The Evil Queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. So this has been the past abuse in your life. You didn't deserve that, honey. You never deserved that. You went through hell. This is, working on meditation. Meditate. Manifest. And again, I'm getting all these, look at the yellow and the gold in here. Even in these cards too, we get this yellow and golden and these beautiful colors in the background for your cards. They're very beautiful. So I want you to manifest. See what's on the bottom of the deck here? Oh. So this is a witch deck. Just, roses are used for climbing for success. If you think of roses, we use them as ladders for success. So we want something roses are a vine too. They grow like a vine. They grow up a vine, and if they latch onto something, with more help, if roses have a little bit of help, they really take off and bloom. So this is weave together the crown you desire and you deserve. The crown of thorns. Weave together the crown you deserve. And slay your dragons. And there's, you know, the girl, she's got a hurt leg, meaning that she's had a handicap in her past, but she slayed her dragons and she slayed them all. I love dragons, by the way, but dragons are very spiritual to me, but they, you know, sometimes they can be evil too, but you handled your dragons. No, I'm not using the dragon deck. I usually use the dragon deck for people that's passed over.
Oh.
Cause it's
Do
like
you like it though?
oh,
Is it
I love the dragon deck.
Is it good?
Yeah, my daughter bought me the dragon deck, so she wants me to use it. Do you want me to use it on Chloe? I'll use it on Chloe.
If you want.
Yes, I'll use the dragon deck for you, Chloe. I'm gonna give you a star system to think of. Because my daughter wants me to. These are beautiful cards. I love dragons. Like I have a whole thing of dragons. It's like I love dragons. All right. Let's see. Beautiful cards, honey. Actually, this is a beautiful reading. So it says, Chloe says, I've been working on myself for over 2 years. I even went to a trauma facility and signed myself in and stayed and started new. God bless you, baby girl. I had to check myself in when I had my parents and my brother passed away within 2 years of each other. I checked myself in. I was grieving so bad. I remember I cried for so long. I didn't know what day it was, and I forgot to take my medicine. And I was on a lot of medicine at that time because I was very sick. I had a pituitary tumor that was messing with my brain, and they gave me all these steroids, and I wasn't supposed to mess them up, and I messed up my medicine. So I totally get it. I know exactly where you're coming from. I had to check myself in too, and they had to like help me get my medicine straight, and because I lost like 5 days. I didn't even know what day it was. And my brother died when he was 40, and I never got over that. Like it really messed me up. So I like lost my whole entire family. Within 4 years, I lost 2 brothers, a sister, and both parents. It's terrible. Well, I get it. Yes, Marlene, I get it. We have to do our shadow work, you know, which is basically journaling. We have to do our journaling and manifestation, and you know, tomorrow night with this full moon, we should all get a little bit of moonbeams on our back. Like I have a lot of neighbors, so I can't really do it, but I'll go out and I'll sit in my chair in the backyard, and I just kind of pull my shirt up. Like not so anybody can see me, but I let the moonbeams like soak into my skin on my back. And if I'm wearing a sweatshirt, I just lift the bottom of my sweatshirt up, and I make sure that the moonbeams like get into my skin. And you feel it's like a moon bath. It's so invigorating. And I'll just sit out there for like an hour and just kind of have my bare back to the moon. Just like it's important for us to get sunlight, it's just as important for us to get the moonbeams too. Give me a star system for Chloe Jade, please. Give me a star system for Chloe. Give me a star system for Chloe. Connecting to earth, surrender, letting go of the darkness. What a beautiful card. You see, it's an earth dragon. You're a gentle soul. You know, you're gentle. Surrender, letting go of the darkness. So it's number 28. I'm going to read to you what number 28 is. Brooke says, oh wait, Chloe says, I stopped crying and I was on acute panic syndrome, and they did all that. They had MD and psychiatrists and all this stuff. I went to get better to start a new life. Yep. Brandy says, Brookie, sometimes they are easier, but I still go absolutely numb when I see a red-headed mother spank, anger, or any kind of a way towards a child. I go catatonic, can't speak, can't talk, can't move. Oh, Brandy. Chloe says, Brandy Lee, sometimes I can't talk or get completely disconnected. Yes, that showed up in your cards. That absolutely showed up in your cards, Chloe. Brooke says, that's where I differ. I used to freeze. Now I refuse to witness that shit. Brandy says, yes, Chloe, that's what happens to me too, honey. Brooke says, I used to dissociate. That's the new diagnosis, but I don't have multiple personalities. I just change to fit the situations. I become a brave me or whatever to do to survive. Yes, Brooke is a fighter and she has reinvented herself. She's a survivor. Not only that, she's a cancer survivor as well. Brooke is a strong fighter. Definitely a strong fighter. All right, so Chloe's card is surrender. Number 28. So the name of your constellation is Lepus, Lepus, Hare, Hare. It's the star Arneb, Alpha Leporis. And what it means is wisdom of the herald. The night was given away to the day as the light pours forth onto you, O radiant morning star. Venus is a morning star too right now. Release the shadows of night as you welcome the dawn of new time. Again, that has been your theme, is that you have a new beginning, honey. Like through surrender, you have a new beginning. And I think that's what's going to wrap this whole reading up for you. It says, there is nothing left to do but grow. Feel the glow. Though the night has ended, it will return again. Throw off the shroud of night and bask in the light of who you are. Darkness dissipates, and positive mind state means everything. The wisdom of the dragon is telling you with this constellation, shine brightly under the cloak of night. But now it is time to surrender to an even brighter radiance as the sunlight pours forth in the dawn of the horizon. Surrender your light to merge with the power of the greater force. As you realize all this lies within you, lose yourself to gain the world. Surrender the darkness that holds you back and limits your beautiful energy. Release any sense of powerlessness, of frustration, and of hopelessness. Allow the radiance to illuminate your life in new ways that you never knew before. Let go and be restored. What a beautiful card. I love it. That's basically the whole theme of your reading, is that you have been restored. Absolutely. All right, is there anyone else that wanted a reading? These are beautiful cards, Chloe. It is wonderful to hear. I think literally that you are being restored. Yes, you're welcome, honey. You're welcome, Chloe. All right, I'm going to head off. I hope this gave light into Suzanne Morphew's astrology. I'm glad that we went over all of those asteroids for Suzanne Morphew's astrology. I can't believe I missed that the last time that Barry Morphew showed up in the 8th house of death. Like, of all of the asteroids to fly overhead, we had Barry, the asteroid Barry, show up in the 8th house of death. Just saying, that's crazy. I would say this. Life is so different now that I live in the mountains. I get out more and garden. Yeah, gardening is so therapeutic, isn't it, guys? Getting your fingers in the dirt. Yes. It shows that you get scared. And listen, honey, this abuse that you suffered was traumatic. I mean, that shows up in your cards. But step by step, slowly you are getting there. And, you know, look for that star system. See if I can find it to show it to you. It's in the sky every night. And it will remind you, if you look at the stars every night, you can find it. And that's the heavens looking down upon you, reminding you that tomorrow is another day. And the darkness will dissipate. So, I just want to look it up for you so you can see it. So the constellation is Lepus. So the constellation is a few stars. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to pull it up for you, Chloe. So you can remember that the heavens are blessing you. Let's see if I got the right one. Yep, here it is. This is what it looks like. Oh, wow, it's huge. It's beautiful. It's a big star. I don't know if you can see it. That's Lepus. It's fairly big. Look at that. Look how beautiful that star is. There's a couple of them next to it too, so it belongs to the stellar class F6V. So it's huge. It's actually 2 stars right on top of each other. I don't know if you can see that. Beautiful star system. Looks like this too. There's a lot of gold in it as well. So it's considered a double star. Very beautiful. I don't know if you can see it. Remember that star because it's always with you. It will always be guiding you. All right. Okay, did anybody else want a reading? Or I thank my spirit guides every day for helping me going through and getting here. Yes. And you do have, those are your spirit guides, the heavens above. You do have people from heaven watching over you. Absolutely. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. I love you all. I hope that this reading helped everybody with Susan Morphew. And I have done the astrology for Kelly Rodney. I'm nervous about posting it, but because there's just so many conspiracy theories about Kelly Rodney. But the stars have made it clear that it was an accident. The stars, the planets that are in her astrology chart show that she was having issues with understanding the road and that she was impaired and that she didn't have the experience to understand it says, the astrology actually says that she was on a dirt road, a single lane dirt road, and that she was impaired, that she was impaired with alcohol, and that she was visually impaired in the darkness. And it shows that she drowned. I'll show you a couple of the fixed stars that showed up for Kelly, just so you guys know. I did look up Kelly Rodney, and she did show up as the star of sorrow, which means accidents and drowning. So these are the 2 star systems that, and she's in Pisces, which means that the water swallowed her up. Mercury means she was in a car and that that she got stuck in the car. So Mercury is being imprisoned in that she got somehow stuck in the car, and I think she jumped in the back seat, and that's where that's when she goes into 29 degrees of Pisces, and that she gets stuck, and that it says that she drowned. She panicked. She actually panicked. That shows up too, that she was panicking, and you know, that she couldn't get out. The night that actually, as soon as she hit the water, it told us to look for towers in Mercury. I mean, actually, she showed up in Gemini, and it said this is how the stars talk to us. For Kelly Rodney, the minute that she hit the water, it said to check the nearby towers, lookout towers, will show you a photo of what happened. That shows up in her astrology. Basically, cell phone towers, lookout towers in the mountains, such as a lookout ranger station. Do you believe that showed up on her astrology? The minute that she hit the water, the planets were telling us to check the nearby ranger station because it would have a photo of what happened to her. That blows my mind. But that's how the planets talk to us. So, you know, it looks like she probably did try to get out, but she panicked. And the water came in too fast. It's very sad. It says it's unfortunate and that it's an unfortunate accident. So even the stars are kind of painting that picture for us. And I'm nervous about posting that for you guys because I don't want you guys to get mad at me. But I have to tell you what the planets are saying, you know? Because I know that there's all these conspiracy theories about Kelly Rodney. But I have to stick to what the planets are saying, and they're saying that it's tragic and it's unfortunate. But the planets are saying that it was an accident. So I just wanted to let you guys know, okay? Yeah. I know. It's sad. I mean, I drank when I was 16 too, but like I was always like, I would stay home, like I would stay the night at a friend's house. Like I wouldn't drive. Like we were big on that, not to drink and drive. But you know, my husband has had a DUI. He got in trouble for drinking and driving, but my husband's struggled with alcohol for a really long time. So, I mean, it happens. But you know, the planets are kind of making it clear that it is an accident. So I am nervous about posting that because and doing a full video on it, but I'm just letting you guys know now that I probably will be posting it regardless of the hate that I get. Because I think it's important that we you know, that we listen to the planets to some degree, and if they're willing to let us know that Kelly Rodney was an accident, and if the planets are showing us that Barry shows up in the 8th house of death for Suzanne Morphew, then I think that it just gives more validity to what criminal astrology can do for us. You know, if the police would have known a criminal astrologer the night Kelly Rodney went missing, an astrologer would have said to them, is there a nearby tower? Because there's a photo in a tower the minute that she hit the water. An astrologer would have told the police that were searching for her to go check the nearby fire tower. And they would have had an answer much sooner. They would have known that night what happened to her. Because it took them how long to get that video surveillance? If they would have known an astrologer would have told them, go check that fire tower because there's a clue there. So it blows my mind when the astrology matches up so well that the astrology was saying that she was on a 1-lane dirt road, that she was impaired, that her vision was impaired, that she panicked, and go check a nearby fire tower because there's a photo there. That's what the astrology was saying. It's absolutely mind-blowing. So I just wanted to share that with you guys as well. I will be doing her chart soon too. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna head out. Chloe, this was a beautiful reading. Thank you for, I'm honored that you guys allow me to read cards for you. I appreciate you guys letting me share my gifts with all of you. I really do. I'm honored. I really am. Yeah, it said she drowned. It did. It said she drowned. Okay, guys. I love you all. Bye. Bye, everyone.